About 20 years ago, Andrea Branzi wrote, "The metropolis of the information age is not the capital of technology. It is rather the land of the humane." Now, with the advent of artificial intelligence, ubiquitous computation, and the proliferation of agents of automation, it is rather the land of the non-human. We call it the urban sphere. Since ubiquitous computing is actualizing a new kind of cognitive noosphere, the profound material transformations are taking place mostly without us noticing. These involve the structures of our brains, the molecular composition of our bodies, the infrastructural networks we inhabit, and the living ecosystems of which we are an integral part. We could therefore argue that artificial intelligence is now a pervasive condition of our material and spatial reality. As such, it is no longer sole domain of computer science, since it involves aspects of planetary communication, interspecies interaction, and most of all spatial and material organization. It is now a deeply urban phenomenon. It is embedded in the synthetic landscapes of the urban sphere. The ever-prescient Rem Koolhaas has recently noticed its architectural embodiment in the vast swaths of land far from the city centers. In his exhibition at the MoMA in New York, titled Countryside: The Future, Rem describes the architectures of these synthetic landscapes as based strictly on codes, on algorithms, technologies, engineering, and performance, certainly not on design intentions. To his architectural eye, it all appears as a featureless non-human landscape. Rem says, its boredom is hypnotic, its banality breathtaking. The BIT.BIO.BOT studio embraces this featureless banality as a fertile of opportunities to breed a new kind of inhuman architecture, itself defined as an hybrid form of artificial life.
Are you ready?
Yes.
The research model will take place in the first 3 weeks and will investigate specific case studies across the globe. Currently, 80% of all agricultural land is devoted to feeding more than 4 billion cattle, goats, and ruminant livestock, and more than 2.5 billion chicken. Today, most of Earth's arable land is already being used for agriculture and livestock farming, covering over 1/3 of the entire land surface. To provide for rising food demands, automation is now widely applied. The studio will take a look into precision agriculture, drone farming, vertical robotic farming, AI farming, Bitcoin farms, and synthetic biology. For example, China is leading the AI revolution in farming. Its growing demand for pig meat is promoting a new generation of young AI farmers to train algorithms to recognize pigs' levels of happiness. This intelligent infrastructure is deployed within large automated silos where millions of animals spend their entire lifetime. To enrich their experience, Russian agri-tech startups have developed animal-specific VR headsets. At the same time, precision drone agriculture is being deployed in the US to increase the productivity of livestock feed crops, mostly due to the growing demand from China and its booming pig farms.
The aim of the studio this year is to design a collection of synthetic landscape of production, Terra Farms. Each project will start from researching real-world case studies and specific processes of production within the farming industry. We will deploy advanced remote sensing and artificial intelligence technologies to learn to see the way this industry currently conceptualizes the living biosphere. We will then evolve our own protocols of artificial intelligence to manufacture novel 3D vision and finally navigate them as virtual architecture by means of web-based VR/AR platform. To achieve this goal, the studio will engage the notion of synthetic landscape at multiple levels, as a design philosophy, as a collection of processes and systems, including human and non-human, animal, microbiological, and digital, as a strategy for accelerating the transformation of what we call the urban sphere. Our initial research will take us around the world and deep into the most radical current application of artificial intelligence and robotic automation to the food industry. The studio projects will engage some of the pressing questions that are emerging from it, such as: are automation and the advent of the Industry 4.0 engendering a sustainable redefinition of the spatial and material organization of productive landscape? Can automation lead to increased biodiversity in productive landscape? Can automation and artificial intelligence redefine the boundaries of work and leisure, or will promote widespread unemployment in the working class? Is a new form of efficiency emerging with the extended braid of artificial intelligence augmented productive landscape? Terraform's project will embody radical design scenarios where these questions are redefined and the related problems are re-problematized. Terraform will make it possible for us to enable the realm of distributed systems rather than centralized ones, of trans-scalar systems rather than zone ones, of heterogeneous cyborg system rather than technocentric one.